All right. Hi, everybody. We are back with video number 2. So, here let's take a look at a couple of tricks to help us figure out how to pick out the supporting details in a paragraph. So, our first trick is you want to turn the main idea into a question using our WH words. So, who, what, where, when, why, and then how. So, here's an example for you. So, this first example says in any club or organization, the treasurer has several important responsibilities. So, that's the main idea. So, we could turn this main idea sentence into a question. What are the important responsibilities of the treasurer? And then that way, that's a question. And then the answer is going to be the supporting details. Or you might have to turn a main idea into a two-part question. So here, the main idea sentence is spreadsheets can serve small business owners in many ways. So we might have to ask ourselves two questions in order to figure out the supporting details. And here those are. What are spreadsheets and how can they serve small business owners? So remember these two tricks. You can turn the main idea into a question, and sometimes that might be a two-part question. Sometimes the details are obvious based on their phrasing. So we've had phrases as signal words in the past that we've had to look for. Same with supporting details. Here's some examples. There are many types. There are 5 reasons that, 2 kinds of, there are several ways, or some symptoms include. And then signal words we can use for example, first, second, next, also, in addition, and moreover. And then don't forget authors will use lists, so they'll use numbers, letters, and bullet points. However, not every word is introduced by a signal word, and also a single sentence can contain more than one detail. So let's take a look at the blue box on page 301 of our textbook. I've got it right here. All right, it reads nearly all survivors of date rape seem to suffer from post traumatic stress syndrome. They can have anxiety, sleeplessness, eating disorders, and nightmares. Moreover, they can experience guilt concerning their own behavior, poor self esteem, and the negative judgment of others. In addition, some individuals may require professional counseling. So, here, this first sentence is our stated main idea. And then if we look at these last three, sentence number 3 and 4, they have our signal words, phrases, in addition, moreover, so we can tell that those are supporting details. But if you look at sentence 2, 3, and 4, each sentence has more than one detail. So sentence number 2 says that they have an anxiety, that's number 1, sleeplessness, number 2, eating disorders, number 3, and nightmares, number 4. So in sentence number 2, there's 4 details. In sentence number 3, they can experience guilt concerning their own behavior, number 1, poor self esteem, number 2, and negative judgment of others, number 3. So in sentence number 3, there's 3 details. All right, so don't forget that when you're thinking of the details, a sentence could have more than one detail. And then one way to help you is to number your details. So, why should you number the details? One, that's going to help you locate all your details. Two, it'll help you remember how many details there are. And then 3, it's going to prevent you from overmarking the paragraph by underlining or highlighting too much. I'm going to end the video number 2 here, and then we will pick up with a blue box on page 302 in video number 3.